If you're renting in the Temecula Valley right now, here's a number that should wake you up. Rents are up 3 to 5% this year, while home prices dropped almost 10%. That means your landlord is making more money off you while homes are actually more affordable than they were 18 months ago. But here's the catch. Mortgage rates are still sitting around that 6.3 to 6.5 range, and everyone's telling you to wait for rates to drop. So what do? Do you buy now and lock in the lower prices, or wait for rates to fall and risk prices on homes going back up? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you a clear decision framework so you know exactly whether 2026 is your year to buy or if you should wait strategically. There's no fluff, no generic advice, just real data from the Temecula Valley market and a roadmap you can actually use. So if you're ready, let's go. First, let's talk about where we actually are in January 2026. Home prices. The median home price in Temecula Valley is around $630,000, which is down from a peak of about $700,000 in early 2024. That's a 10% correction, which is significant. Rents, meanwhile, if you're renting, you're paying on average of $3,000 a month, and that's up 5% from last year. So while home prices dropped, your rent went up. Inventory. We have about 20% more homes on the market compared to 2024, and homes are sitting longer, an average of 45 to 60 days instead of 30 days. That means you have more negotiating power as a buyer. Mortgage rates. We're sitting between 6.3, 6.5. They were down to 5.99, but as you see, they went back up to 6.3. But the Fed is expected to ease rates gradually through 2026. So we might see rates drift down to 5.75 by the end of the year, but that's not guaranteed. Here's the bottom line. Prices are down, inventory's up, rates are high, but they might drop. So the question isn't, is the market good? The question is your situation ready for home ownership? And let me break this down into 3 profiles so you can figure out which one you are and you'll know what to do in 2026. Profile number 1 is the buy now, ready buyer. You should buy in 2026 and this year if you're planning on staying 5+ years. Real estate is a long game. If you're here for the schools, the lifestyle, the wineries, weather, and you're not moving for work or any other reason in the next 2 years, you're ready to buy. If you can afford today's payment comfortably. And I didn't say not barely afford comfortably. If a $4,000 a month, including taxes and insurance, fits your budget without stress, you're good to buy. If you have 3 to 6 months of reserve saved, because emergencies are going to happen. The roof is going to leak. The AC is going to break. Maybe a job change. If you've got a cushion, those become inconveniences because you're protected by an emergency fund. Next, your income and job are stable. If you've been in the same career for 2+ years and your income is not about to drop, you're solid to buy. So why buy now instead of waiting? Because even if the rates do drop to 5.75 by the end of 2026, home prices could climb an average of about 3 to 4%. As more buyers jump in, you'd save on a rate but lose on the price, and your monthly payment could end up being the same. Plus, every month you rent at $3,000 is $36,000 a year going to your landlord and their mortgage instead of building equity of your own. If this is you, stop waiting for perfect, because perfect doesn't exist. Buy the home that fits your life and refinance later if the rates drop. Profile number 2, wait strategically, and I'm going to call you the preparer. You should wait 6 to 12 months if your credit score needs work. If you're sitting at a 650 credit score and you can get it to 680 to 700 in the next 6 months, that could save you 0.5 of a percentage point on your rate, which is $200 to $300 a month on a $600,000 loan. You should wait if you do not have your down payment or reserves yet. If you're close but not quite there, use the next year to save aggressively. You're not sure where you want to live. You're undecided. Do you want Temecula, Murrieta, Menifee, somewhere in the IE or other parts of Southern California? If you're still exploring, take the time to figure that out. Buying the wrong location is worse than waiting. How to make this strategic. First, start a practice payment plan. If your rent is $3,000 and your future mortgage would be $4,200, save that $1,200 difference every month. In 12 months, that's $14,400 toward your down payment in a reserve account that you created for yourself. Second, fix your credit. Pay down credit cards, dispute errors, and don't open any new accounts. Even a 20-point boost can save you thousands. Track the market. Watch the inventory levels, the price trends, and rate movements. When you see rates dip or inventory spike, you'll be ready to pounce. If this is you, waiting isn't losing, it's preparing. But set a deadline. Don't let waiting turn into never. Profile number 3. Don't buy yet. You're not a ready buyer. You should not buy in 2026 if you're planning to move in under 3 years. Between the closing cost, realtor fees, and market fluctuations mean you need at least 3 to 5 years to break even if you're not staying. So then you would rent. You can't afford the payment without stress. If a $4,000 a month mortgage makes you sweat, you're not ready. Wait until your income grows or prices drop further. You have no emergency fund. If one car repair or medical bill wipes you out, homeownership will bury you. Build that 3 to 6 months cushion of an emergency fund for you first. Your job or your income is unstable. If you're switching careers, freelancing without steady income, or potentially facing a layoff, wait until you're stable before you buy. If this is you, that's okay. Renting isn't throwing money away, it's buying flexibility. Use this time to build your foundation so when you do buy, you're bulletproof like profile number 1. So what do I predict is going to happen actually in 2026? Here's my take based on current data. Rates. The Fed will likely ease rates gradually. We could see the 5.75 maybe lower by Q4 of 2026, but you cannot expect it. And you can't expect a dramatic drop like 3 to 4% like we saw in 2020. Those days are gone. Prices. I expect prices to stay relatively flat or tick up 2 to 3% by year end. Why? Because Temecula is a lifestyle market. People move here for the schools, the community, the weather, not just affordability. So in our valley, demand stays strong. Inventory. We'll see a modest increase in listings as some homeowners with adjustable rate mortgages or tight budgets decide to sell. But if you won't see a flood, just more options for buyers. The bottom line, 2026 will be a balanced market, similar to the year 2019. More inventory, slightly lower rates, steady prices. It's not a buyer's paradise, but it's not a frenzy either. I'll call this the soft landing phase. The chaos is over, the fundamentals are stabilizing, and if you're ready, this is a solid year to buy and become homeowners. All right, let's go over the checklist and decision making. Here's your actionable checklist. If you can check all of these boxes, again, you're ready to buy in 2026. You're staying in the valley for at least 5 years. You can afford the monthly payment comfortably, not barely. You don't want to be house rich, but income poor. Have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved on your emergency fund. Your job and your income are stable. And you've been pre-approved for a mortgage and you know your budget. You've researched the neighborhoods and you know where you want to live. You're emotionally ready to commit to home ownership, maintenance, repairs, and responsibility. If you've checked all 7 of these, stop waiting and start looking. If you checked 4 to 6, you're close. Spend the next 6 months getting ready. And if you check 3 or fewer, focus on building your foundation first, and then 2027 might be your year to buy. Here's what you want to remember. You don't win in real estate by timing the market. You win by timing your life. If your finances are solid, your job is stable, and you're ready to stay put for 5+ years, then 2026 is a great time to buy in the Valley or Southern California, anywhere. If you're not quite there yet, use this year to prepare, because 2026 will reward buyers who are ready, not buyers who are guessing. And if you're nowhere near ready, that's okay too. Build your foundation. Your time will come. The worst thing you can do is wait for perfect, because perfect never shows up on time. The best time to buy is when you're ready, not when some headline tells you the market is hot or cold. So figure out which profile you are, follow the checklist, and make your move with confidence. Hey, I hope this video was helpful to you. And let me know, are you ready to start looking for your home purchase in 2026? I'd love to know. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, stay blessed.